Okay, this is my POS strategy presentation for the community of New York ice cream. Um, so who are we looking to talk to? Our community would consist of people who live or work in the tri-metro area, which would be New Jersey, Connecticut, and New York, and Long Island, and maybe even parts of Pennsylvania, and the thousands of tourists that come to visit New York for food or for um, well, to visit New York, obviously, but sometimes people come and specifically have targets of where they want to go and eat or what they want to experience that they can't get in other cities around the world or countries or stuff like that. So this is a community for any person who really enjoys food, ice cream enthusiasts, and realistically, actually, it's a community that anybody can hopefully be a part of and enjoy. It's supposed to be a positive one and a creative one, to be perfectly honest. One of the objectives would be making sure people understand where new flavors are, which ice cream companies do weekly flavors, daily flavors, where to find them, what the flavor of the day might be, if it's good. Maybe some ice cream stores do one flavor every Monday, something like that. Um, we also want to find out where new stores are opening, if they're good, if they have anything special about them, if it's certain flavors, or if they use fruit in a different way, or different kinds of cream. Kind of just nice ice cream. Some of the shaved ice stores in Queens, literally you just shave off ice and mash in fruit. You know, somebody might want to try that. That's kind of a unique thing to certain of the Italian communities in Queens. So tourists might be interested in looking at that, or new foodies, new people who are new to the community who haven't even heard of some of this stuff before. So those would be some of our, community members. Um, Probably experienced food bloggers, chefs, and foodies. Foodie, I've said that word a couple times. That would be later defined, but those would be the mavens. These would be the people who are either creating new recipes and posting them, or spend either daily or weekly trying new things and immediately posting, blogging, tweeting, Instagramming, Yelping, all about them. People who opinions are non-biased and their fans like the way they think about food and how they describe it and what the main ingredients are and the important parts of it. These would go into some of the connectors who might reblog or like or retag on Instagram or tag other people, and then make comments, and then possibly even go and try out a new place just because one of these bloggers talked about it, and say like, oh, I tried Big A ice cream because I know so and so really said it had great toppings, something like that. The forums that you would find main stuff about ice cream would be Yelp, OpenTable, Instagram, Twitter. These are already well-known food social media forums. Instagram and Twitter not as much well known for food, but many people do have just specific Instagrams and Twitter accounts only to talk about their food. So those would be a little bit of the mavens that are harder to find. Yelp is kind of an easy one because that is solely just to talk about food, reviews, pictures. A lot of times, small business owners will reach out to people who either gave them a negative review or a very positive review. Negative ones, sometimes they ask them to come back and please re-review us, stuff like that. And the Instagram and Twitter ones are pictures really draw attention. If you have a really well photographed picture of food, people tend to want to know what it is and why you like it and what are the different ingredients in it. And that can kind of lead into a longer conversation towards a blog or Facebook about how it's prepared or served or where to get it. But you kind of want some snap journalism for a food-based community. Delicious. This is a peanut butter sundae from Brooklyn Pharmacy and soda. Why would this group even want to talk to each other? It's mainly because this is a group of people who want to know what the desserts or the frozen desserts of New York City have to offer, why they are doing something different, how you can manipulate flavors into something that nobody's ever tried before. It's a city of 8 million people, and then you consider the outside areas, it's a lot more. A lot of these people have allergies or religious different practices and stuff like that. So any way people can kind of come up with a cool frozen dessert, they want to know. They want to enjoy it. Like I said, if you have allergies to dairy or if you just practice veganism, you might want to know where to find the best type of it. Vegan ice cream comes in all different shapes and forms and textures and flavors, and it is hard to find, and it can be hard to make if you don't really know how to make ice cream. So like I said, best ice flavors where people might use real fruits and vegetables, and maybe you can create, alcoholic ices and stuff. And even different desserts like the baffling frozen hot chocolate, where you can find in a certain famous Upper East Side confectionery. People get excited to try new things. They like seeing different pictures and colors and textures and understanding where they came from and how they came to be. And it's something like even for a first date or meeting up with a friend, it's a good thing to be able to talk about, and just it's easy. You can't it's hard to get super negative in an ice cream chat room. And the other cool thing is that a lot of these places, like Alchemy Creamery, which we have up here, which is a vegan place that sells primarily at food flea markets and their little store in New York, it supports local businesses and small businesses who, it's run by two guys who just wanted to make the best vegan ice cream they could, so it wasn't super hard to find. And, they're doing their best, they're being entrepreneurial, they don't want to, they're following a dream, which is something that not everybody gets to do, but it's great to support people who try to do that. And it also supports businesses that try to do farm to table in New York City, which is when you support local farms upstate. So it's kind of creating a whole ecosystem of small businesses that it's sort of exciting that you can keep that alive and let people have a little bit of freedom to run their business how they want and try new things and experiment and not have to be so held down by a higher present that happens in some of like the more corporate ice cream companies. So that's why, people like to talk, people like to support this stuff, they like to try it. And it kind of creates this whole big community of entrepreneurs, farmers, New Yorkers. It all kind of comes together in like a very nice group. And the business owners want to try to make flavors that people like and they're going to enjoy. This is the Cookie Monster, also from Brooklyn Pharmacy. It's really good. It's a bed of cookies, some coffee ice cream, fudge. Why are they here? We've kind of gotten to this a little bit already, but my strategy would be to encourage other people and businesses to try new things, keep a very positive forum, like no negativity, nothing, not no negativity, but if anything, constructive criticism. You want to help keep small businesses alive in New York City. Like I said, it creates a little ecosystem in and of itself, which actually contributes to New York's identity a little bit. Understand how valuable an entrepreneur can be in the food world. Their new ideas can change drastically the way a whole dish can be made. Like I said, people with like severe allergies and stuff can embrace something that they might never have been able to. And I mean, when it comes to different flavors, it's endless, and it's nice to encourage people for that. And healthy and interesting ways, not only to eat fruits and veg, but it can be fun at the same time. If you include, herbs or kale or spinach or strawberries and raspberries in your ice cream, it's encouraging people to eat something sweet after dinner, but also maybe they could do it in a healthier way, help obesity, heart problems, stuff like that. So it's beneficial if people they can see reviews of a good kind of healthy ice places, and then, they know like, all right, I can go eat here and know I'm, not eating 1,200 calories worth of food with, 64 grams of fat and sugar. So it's, it can be a forum to promote health, even though it doesn't seem like this would be a place where, healthy living would be emphasized. And I myself am not a vegan, but I always love to give the vegans a voice. This is my POS strategy, and I hope you enjoyed it.